So I'm just posting updates about kind of what's going on. I got a job over at El Rancho, which is a Mexican grocery store just down the street from where I live, and going to be working there from like 5 to 2 or 6 to 2, about anywhere from 5 to 6 hours a day, with a 30-minute lunch, and going to be working there. Pays pretty decent, 13 bucks an hour. Save up some money. I'm going to be working there for about a month, and still got to book my flight and head to Rhode Island, so that way I can pay for my flight, a month's worth of rent, and have a few dollars for me to be able to get settled in and figure out my road trips, bus trips, if I'll buy a scooter or not, and for GED classes to finish my GED math. I'm way long overdue for a GED certificate. It has been, I should have graduated 23 years ago, and I'm hoping to finish it before the end of the year. Could be over the age of 24, so it'll be 24 years that I finally earned after high school. Or I should have got a high school diploma or GED, that I finally earned it. But it's like a couple of hours a day, a couple days a week, and in Rhode Island. So I just have to find some place that's close by the school, hopefully, and trying to find the cheapest possible place to live there once I get there. I have no idea when I get there what can happen, what's going on. I just know that every state and every city that I've ever gone, it has been the same thing. Beating me with electronic devices and whatnot, and tracking me down. Thousands of people know who I am. A lot of humility and embarrassment, all feeling. But I try to always make the best of it, of life. It's very difficult to describe because I don't have anybody in my life, and I've had so many people that are, every person that comes around me that ever says anything to me is always trying to take a shot at me, something about my personal life, make fun of me or laugh. There's no one I really have any normal conversation with at all. Always scared about the outcome of what I don't know, and always very just scared. I don't know how to describe the terror of fear of, if I don't tell him everything that goes on in my life or anyone else's when it comes to my family, then I'll be punished. And it's all out of terror and just fear. The electronic devices cause so much of it, where they stall me. Like I literally freeze, and like I have a brain freeze, or I'm just standing there. And like for an example, today I went to Yucatan Liquid Stand. It's not called Yucatan Liquid Stand anymore. Now it's just called the DFW Sports Garden. It's on the edge of Carrollton and Capel, just down the street from the downtown Carrollton train station. Spent a few hours there, and when I was leaving, I noticed when I got in there was no electronic devices that were shooting me at all. Within about 30 minutes, I started to feel somebody shoot me with the electronic devices, because they take this electronic device, whatever this electronic device it is that they use, that they place, they give the weapon to someone, and then they follow me around in every GPS location that I'm at. And I know that it can shoot from a very far distance, and it's infrared, so it can shoot and know exactly where I am. And where that bar grill is at the sports garden where I went, which used to be the Yucatan Liquid Stand, there wasn't anyone inside that entire place except for the bartender. And I got there about 12 o'clock, and when I got there, nobody was there. Ordered my food, and then about 20 minutes later, some couple showed up. Some transgender, brunette-looking person, some black guy. They were having a few drinks way on the other side. I go outside to have my meal, And about 30 minutes from that, I start to feel muscle tissue twitch, like on the side of my knee, like somebody shooting me. And I always used to it because they place in that area. It's a really open area. It's not a residential. There's no other businesses around nearly. It's over a hill. It would be very hard unless somebody put the electronic devices before I got there, which I was suspecting they were going to do before. But as I was leaving after 2 hours of being there, I saw 2 trucks immediately way on the other side of the warehouse start leaving with really dark black tinted windows, and I thought to myself, I knew they were stalking me and following me. So they go park somewhere from a distance, set the weapon up, and they just start shooting me from a distance. I don't know what interpretation this is. It's very frightening to me why this has been going on for so long, and I absolutely do not trust any police officers. They all know who I am. They know, pretty sure they know what's going on. They're no assistance to me. No assistance. I mean, they know how to use the law against me. I'm just an enemy to these people. And because of the LBGT community and the right against me. But anyway, left the place, and that was that. But got another doctor visit, televisit over my camera, over my phone, and this Thursday with my doctor to analyze the blood results, because I don't know how to interpret like a lot of the ALT, hemoglobin, various different types. There was a few other counts that were really at high risk, and to my understanding, it seemed to be indicating. And I looked it up online because you really can't. I was told you can't trust too much what's on Google. You know, you Google up like what happens when you have high ALT or what that really interprets, and it's usually saying sometimes, a lot of times, it's not accurate with the meaning of that. So I have to wait for the doctor to say what all these blood samples that seem to be very high. But from what I could tell, it's saying that I have kidney and liver problems or dysfunctions, indicating that there's damage to my liver or kidneys. But other than having high blood cholesterol through the roof, like a very severe obese person, and I can't explain enough about this. I truly believe that they're not telling me the truth about my blood samples. Like, if it got really serious and bad, then they would call me and tell me immediately. The doctor has not called me in over 2 weeks to tell me what the samples are, so I had to schedule a visit so they can tell me how to interpret if I should be worried. They'll tell me. This is their business card that they gave me. This is the doctor that I'm seeing. It's Dr. Irizarry, Vivian Irizarry. I was assistant professor, but that's what they said. But they're going to tell me what the interpretation means. And one of the things something I want to talk about too is when I had my colonoscopy completed, everything came up good on the colonoscopy. They put me to sleep, and I didn't know they were going to do that, but they were, where they put a camera into the colon just to check for polyps, cancer, anything. Everything turned up beautifully. Everything was good. No reason to be worried about anything. I even have pictures here. I don't know if those want to know. Everything's clean and good, very healthy. No problems. I don't know. It's kind of gruesome for people to see. I'm okay with it because it's internal organs. That's what it's supposed to look like for everyone, right? But I got this completed, and they had a video camera, right? And so they give the reports of what the situation is. But I got a pulmonary test where you breathe in. I got several different tests. Blood labs done 3 weeks ago. I got a pulmonary test where you breathe into a machine. It can tell you how strong your lungs are, any defects, any future problems, oxygen, all that stuff. Then I got which is a heart echo scan, which is they put that jelly over your chest, and it's kind of like a machine like a little electronic controller that goes over your chest, and it scans your heart. You can actually see your heart pumping, and you can hear it. And it's weird because they take several pictures, and they're just looking at the right ventricle, all that stuff. If anything would have been bad, they probably would have called me right away, but they haven't, so everything's good. And got my blood labs, and then got the colonoscopy. Colonoscopy said it was good, so just to make sure, I'm going to have the doctor give me the full rundown so they can tell me if there's any problems. I know immediately there's problems with my blood. You know, there's seems to be like 4 or 5 different highly elevated, which indicates that my liver or kidneys aren't functioning at full capacity. But I don't know. I don't know whether they're going to give me medication, but I can never explain this enough that I can't trust or believe what this, because there's so many lies that they're in, crazy shit that's going on, and nobody knows the world that I live in. They just assume that I'm just crazy or I'm just lying, and I'm not stupid. I'm not making things up. I'm not delusional. I am pretty intelligent to understand these things, and but hopefully it's not too big of a problem when they tell me, and I start work sometime later this week. They told me I start work probably before Wednesday. Tomorrow Monday I have to watch some videos to finish my training videos for work, and I'll be working as a produce clerk instead of a night job that I was going to get hired for. So it's a day job, morning job, to get up early in the morning and work in the produce, which means there's going to be a lot of people at the grocery store going, and my job is to basically put all the vegetables and fruits in the vegetable and fruit area. They come in boxes and whatnot, and they're going to be training me what to do. But that's kind of what's going on. I wish I had somebody to talk to. I haven't called the crisis line, which I use in like 8 months. Probably. I stopped calling them just to take a break for a while, but I'm so used to calling them just to basically spill the beans of every bit of my life, and all my calls are being rerouted to people. I don't know who picks them up, all kinds of stuff. But like I said, the same thing. Every phone call I make, every company I call, rerouted, sent to certain people. I don't even believe some of these people. Like if I call Target or Walmart, it necessarily won't be them. But they're not random calls. They know exactly who I am, because whenever I make a phone call, I can hear their voice, either their attitude, their expressive, and the way they say things, or how whatever situation I'm asking them for. I can tell immediately whether okay, he's the enemy. Make it hard for him, make it difficult for him, or whatever. But I don't know who's responsible, and I feel so tightly controlled and contained to somebody else's favor. And I wish there was a camera for people to see how I'm living and what they're doing. I'd like to be able to live a normal life, and my plan is to, once I get to Rhode Island, and if I complete my GED, my math, and pass it, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get back to Dallas as soon as I can, and going to be trying to take janitorial classes. I don't know if they have any at Richland College, but I'm sure there may be like an office somewhere that has some sort of certificates that I can take. Obviously, the reason I'm doing this is because I can get a better job faster, and I can get several certificates to qualify to earn better income somewhere. And that way I can be a janitor cleaning up different places, maybe some high executive offices, even out of state. But that's what I plan to do once I earn my GED. Bachelor's degree is really out of the question in my life now. But that's what I plan to do. So maybe even computer classes, but I don't even think I'll do that. I think it'll take some janitorial classes to get a better job. But trying to make the most of it, and I can't even explain how much terror and how many things I want to say about what they're also doing to me.